everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jessica, and today I have my finale for my 100 eyeshadow use up challenge for 2021. I did attempt to do this last year. We all know how last year went. It was ugly. It was ugly. So I decided I was going to do it again this year, and whether I made it to 100 or not, this was the last time I was going to attempt it, and I'm definitely not going to be attempting it next year. So, as of the last update, I had finished 78 eyeshadows. I had a long way to go. A long way to go, and I wasn't really sure if I was going to make it or not. It was a lot of eyeshadows to get to 100, and I can tell you that I had a lot of eyeshadows that were very close at the last update, and I knew I was going to have some more done, but I wasn't quite sure how many I was going to get done. And I multitasked the heck out of everything that was an eyeshadow in my collection that I felt had a snowball's chance in Hades of making it to completion before the end of this calendar year. Notice this is going up with 1 day to spare before the end of the year, because you have to do your finale sometime. You just can't not get your finales done on a challenge like this. So I had to film it today, and I did it. I can't believe I did it. I know I can't play poker. I'm like floored that I actually made it to 100, and I actually made it to 101, if you can believe that. And that is from multitasking the heck out of everything. I used some to make like face powder, bronzer, contour, my eyebrows, you name it, blush, whatever I could possibly franken and make work for my face. I feel like for the last probably 3.5 to 4 weeks, the majority of what is on my face is eyeshadow. I've tapped it as toppers on my lips. I am floored that I actually made it. I am going to show you what I finished since the last update. It's just crazy. I'm going to have to count for my Coastal Scents 88 palette, because I don't remember how many I finished. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of the Coastal Scents 88 palette. I'm going to show you for the last time this year what this palette looks like. Everything that is missing from this palette is done. It is done. I don't have any more pressed into the little colorista pans. What you see in here is what is legit left in this palette. There's a lot of silver shiny pans in here. There are still some shadows that need to get worked on. There's a couple here, and mainly the blues and greens here, and that black. I wasn't even going to attempt the black this year. I already had enough in my colorista palette. So this, I get to put back in my drawer. It has been sitting out all year. And it was an easy one to work on, especially like the neutrally kind of shades, because I could multitask those, and I did quite frequently. So, I think I said 8 of those. All right. I know that I finished 2, maybe 3 of this. I know the matte black and the dark teal I finished out of Colorista. And that is everything for that particular one. The Coastal Scents Pigment and Inner Violet Sparks, I had made the cream eyeshadow out of that. That is done. I enjoyed it. I used it as a cream eyeshadow. I used it as a base. I used it however I could. I used it on my lips some days. You gotta do what you gotta do. Let's see. Oh, in this palette, don't ask me how it's pronounced. It looks like mange to me, which is not a pretty word. I finished 2 more or 3 more? 2 more out of this. Leaves and Sweet, because that pumpkin and cream I had done earlier in the year. But these two, I actually paired those. They were fairly light matte color. I actually paired them with some rice powder, the Cosmetic Microspheres, and one of the other, oops, the plain mica powder here, which is one that I finished. I actually made a face powder out of it, and it worked really nice, surprisingly. And that was how I got those two shadows done. Okay, since I already pulled it out, this is the Coastal Scents Mica Powder, the plain one. It has like a hint of a glow. It's not even like a normal shimmer. It just has a little bit of a glow. I primarily use this to franken other things to make it work for my face. This was 4 ounces of powder. 4 ounces is crazy. In like a normal world, if I was to press this out into the 26 millimeter pans, like this size, I would make about 80 of them, give or take, because, you know, there's always a little overflow. But I'm counting this as one eyeshadow. It could have been counted as a heck of a lot more, but I'm only counting it as one. This was Bare Minerals Flamenco. That's done. The Pinky Glitter, I primarily use this on my nails because it was easy to use it that way. I did sometimes tap it on my lips or put it on my eyes, but mostly this got used up on my nails. I had a matte cream. I'm trying to remember what the full shadow was that was in this. I frankened it. It was in my Frankenly project, but honestly, I can't remember what I put in it, and I just threw the pan. This is the ColourPop Honey palette. This was Palooza. That was glitter. I used most of it on my eyes. I did, however, towards the end, use a little bit on my nails. I was able to mix it with some of the black shadow from Colorista, and it did kind of actually work on my nails. So that was done. This was a kind of like a satiny coral color that was in Frankenly. Again, I don't remember what I initially put in this one. It's been a while since I frankened that. I have it written down in a spreadsheet somewhere. I just don't even remember what was in there. This one, and I know there's another little pan that was from the Coastal Scents 88 palette. It was a beautiful, like almost like a raspberry kind of purple color. And I had one that was a slightly lighter tone, almost the same color. This was Coastal Scents Hot Pot in Pale Nude. This is another Franken. Again, I don't remember what I put in it. I want to say it was either in Fantasy or Nightmare on Panning Street. I just don't remember what was in there. And of course, you know, I already showed you guys the Colorista. Everything from that is done. But it was mainly all in this little guy anyway. And then the ones that I just finished in time to film this is this last medium matte brown from the Jane Iredale palette, depotted like forever ago. This officially marks the finish of that palette. So I finished another palette this year by finishing this off. And I finished most of the products from that palette in this year, just kind of like piecemealed. So it's not going to be a pretty palette that I get to show you at the end of the year because I depotted it, but another palette that I can take out of my inventory, which makes me happy. This is the e.l.f. eyeliner and shadow stick duo. The shadow was called Purple. It really wasn't purple. I mean, I suppose I could technically get a little bit more out of this one. Like, there's like the tiniest little bit of a nub there, but it's not going to do a whole lot. Let me see if I can show you how not purple it is. That's not purple. I actually used this to contour some. I used it to bronze. It just kind of worked for that. I used it on my lips. I used it in my eyebrows because it really wasn't that purple. I'm not sure why it wasn't that purple when they call it purple. I don't know, but I was able to multitask this like it was like a cream bronzer or something, or cream blush, whatever. It was really easy to use that way. So that was done. And the very last one that I finished was Urban Decay Midnight Cowboy. I used the heck out of this for the last probably 2.5 months. I used this as a highlighter, a little bit of glitter fallout, but not a lot. I used it all over my lids. I used it on my inner corners. I tapped it on like the center of my lip just to give it a little, you know, a little zhuzh. And finally it is done. I can't believe I did it. I really can't believe I did it. 101 eyeshadows this year. Stick a fork in me. I am so done. I will not be doing this challenge again next year. I feel like I reached my goal finally. I pushed hard in the last month to get them done. Like I said, I really didn't use bronzer, blush, contour, anything like that. Like regular brow powder, nothing except for eyeshadow. I even made a face powder, highlighter, you name it. It was eyeshadow on my face basically for the last month, maybe more. It's crazy. It is absolutely crazy. But it's done. I feel like I was successful. I just have zero desire to ever do this again because it became stressful. It really did towards the end. It was so stressful. Like, I gotta get it done. I need to get it done. I'm sure Dana was like going crazy because I would talk to her every day like, it didn't get done. It didn't get done. It lives on another day. I don't have to worry about it anymore. I don't. Next year, I'm just worrying about finishing products and getting to my 5K. That's all I'm worrying about. And I'm going to enjoy it. And I'm not going to stress. All the stress is gone. I don't need to worry about it anymore. Thank you for everyone that has followed me in this journey, cheered me on, gave me suggestions on how to use things. Without that, I don't think I could have done it. Seriously. Without the multitasking and the suggestions of how to multitask, I don't know. I can't tell you how many times I put it on my nails. They're not on my nails today, but I did a lot of eyeshadow on my nails. I've had people asking me to do videos on how I did that. I will be trying to fit those in. January's not looking so promising to try to fit that video in, so I'm going to attempt to get that in on February somewhere, hopefully. But I definitely have that on my schedule, so be on the lookout for that. I'm worn out after this. Wow. I'm just kind of floored right now. I don't even know what to say. So I'm going to wrap this up and probably go to bed. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until I see you on my next video, have a beautiful day.